Hi, welcome back to my morning report charts appraisals on Monday the 11th of July with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Antic Markets. Looking at gold now as my final chart of the day, and we're seeing a bit of a sort of gold correction really as this dollar strengthening has happened today. You've seen over the past few days just a slight sort of sense that maybe this run higher it's come to a little bit of an impasse. And it might be ready for a bit of profit taking, a bit of a correction. You had Friday's move, which was pretty sort of initially obviously very weak to the downside, hit a low of 13.35.70, rallied quite strongly actually. But subsequently today's move is down again, and this is all going on with the RSI around 70, stochastics having crossed over. So it is, to my mind, a little bit of a possibly a similar move to that we had through sort of early part of June, where you had the strong run higher. Then you started to see the sort of corrective candles coming through. Had a couple of days where the sort of bulls still had a little bit of a go to the upside, but then the correction started to take hold again. I think we might be seeing that again, this near-term run higher, just rolling over a little bit. I'm still a strong buyer of gold on this big breakout on the long-term chart. Above 13.06, I think it's excellent, but I think we could be seeing possibility of a bit of a near-term correction coming through with this RSI at 70 crossing lower. It's sort of lost impetus in the move, and I think if you compare it to the move that we had in January, for example, that was a really strong trend that kept going. But this one's stuttering now, and I think for my money that suggests that around 70 maybe the RSI is a bit stretched and we could be on the brink of a bit of a correction now. So just keep that in mind, the fact that we're no longer seeing this strong run higher, we're seeing sort of a bit of a stuttering, and that could mean that a bit of profit taking comes through, and even today that seems to be possibly what we're seeing, sort of $9 down on the day. So it could be that we're going to have a pullback coming through on gold imminently, possibly, and I think that would be sort of coming back at least to 13.50 was sort of the reaction low on Thursday. Was sort of around these highs, so I'm taking that as sort of as an initial support area around 13.50. So if you see it back below 13.50, I think you're then going to retest these sort of 13.38 to 13.35, a couple of spike lows that we saw last week as well. I think those would be the lows to test, and then if you saw below that, I think you're back at 13.06. So 13.50 is sort of my initial near-term support area, and it seems as though that the hourly momentum indicators are sort of suggesting possibility of that coming through soon. So just keep an eye on this one. I think it could be turning a little bit more corrective. So I wish you good luck in your trading on gold today and across the Forex majors, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Thank you.